Hi everyone, Miss Cesney here to present an Earth history lesson on landforms. Today's science and engineering practice will lead us to make and record observations of landforms found on Earth's surface. Did you know that 1/4 of the Earth's surface is covered by land? The scientists who study the Earth's surface, its rocks, its landforms, and what's inside the Earth, they're called geologists. Geologists ask questions about rocks and landforms to help them find and gather data about the land, which helps them to put together evidence to explain Earth's story. Over the next couple weeks, you will become junior geologists, even rock detectives, to answer the question, what has happened to the Earth over its 4.6 billion year history? Let's jump right in and start with thinking about landforms. We really want to concentrate on the features of the land itself here. I'd like for you to think about water features, like lakes and ponds. And now imagine the shape of that land beneath the water. Sometimes it's hard to believe that at the very bottom of all that water, there is actually land. This leads us to our group task. Within your group, I would like for you to come up with a list of as many landforms that you can think of. I will give your group 5 minutes and then have your presenter read aloud your group responses. We are definitely on the right track here with these landforms. Now let's record this definition of landform into our notebook. A landform refers to a natural feature of Earth's surface with a characteristic shape like a mountain, delta, or canyon. Now that we have a standard definition of landform and some examples that our classes come up with, let's record our focus question that we are targeting throughout today's lesson. Which landforms occur at different locations on Earth? All I'm looking for here are some beginning thoughts that you may have to keep us focused on as we complete today's investigation. Let's leave some space under our response so we can add our ideas after we collect our evidence. Okay, my junior geologists, let's start collecting. Take out your resource book and turn to the landform gallery starting on page 132. As we look through this gallery, can we find any of these landforms within our community? Work within your group to identify any familiar landforms you may find. Let's take this lesson on an online tour, shall we? As we travel through, record observations and questions you may have about each landform. Provided for you is a lab sheet with the various locations we will be visiting along our tour. However, the first thing we need to do is please log on to FOSS-Web and enter the landform tour within the multimedia section. Once you enter the tour, complete Step 1 and search for our school. Step 2, you will need to download the Google Earth Tour, which will start us at our school. Step 3, open the landform tour link in Google Earth. I will guide you through the tour first, and as we watch the tour of Earth for the first time, look for landforms and other features that are familiar to you. Consider how the landform looks from above and from the side. Think about how the places you see on the tour are similar to each other and how they are different from each other. Are there places that you observe that are similar to where you live? When completing your lab sheet, you have a place to record some notes about the diversity of landforms as you watch the tour. As you visit each location, jot down any landforms you recognize. You may also want to write down any questions about locations or similarities to places you already know. Okay, now that our tour is complete, let's discuss what our impressions observations, and any questions we have about the various locations. Were any of the locations near where we live? Have you observed similar landforms where we live? What did you find particularly interesting about some of the locations? What questions did you have about some of these places? Let's take this time and revisit any location that you would like to take a deeper look into. You can look from higher altitudes, zooming in, or even panning east to west. During the rest of our Earth history course, we will be getting a closer look at these locations on the tour. You will hone in on your skills as rock detectives and search for clues that will help you tell the story of a place. Once you learn how to find and interpret clues for a few places, you should be able to use what you've learned to tell the story of just about any place, including where we live. Thank you all, my junior geologists, for using your newfound observational skills in collecting data about landforms. As we close for today, I would like you to revisit our focus question to add any new information gathered throughout our lesson, identifying the many landforms that occur at different locations on Earth.